Good morning. Hope you're well. I hope you're already thinking about Jesus. That's a good thing to be doing at the beginning of any day. I woke up this morning with this thought, live what works. The reason I was thinking about this is yesterday I preached in our church on Psalm 37, and these are the words that kind of stuck in my mind. It's in verse 37 of chapter 37 of the Psalms. It says, "Mark the blameless man and observe the upright, for the future of that man is peace." Sometimes people will ask, what's the big deal with you Christians about Christianity? What's the big deal with you Christians and Jesus? They really have a hard time figuring out what it is that we see, what it is that we hear, what it is that we're trying to live. And every now and then it's easy to say to them, I live Jesus, I live Christianity because it works. It's as simple as that. Live what works. What is it that creates peace in my life? What is it that creates compassion in my life? What is it that allows me to be a better person every day? What is it that allows me to forgive people who offend me? What is it that allows me to turn the other cheek and go the extra mile? What is it that allows me to be at peace with myself, to be at peace with other people? I've been at this living what works thing since 1967 when I received Jesus as my Savior. And over time, you experiment with something long enough, you begin to find out if it works or it doesn't work. And I think that God created this experience for us here in this world so that we would have sufficient time to take a really close look at what works. And so the verse here talks about looking at the upright or the just person, looking at the person who seems to have life together relationally, together mentally. I know that Christians are far from perfect, and I'm far from perfect, but I have a deep and profound belief that if I had not focused on the upright man named Jesus, my life would be way more confused. I think my life would be an entirely different story. I know that I'm not Jesus, and I know that I'm not perfect, but I know a righteous man when I see one. And I have been looking closely at Jesus for a long, long time. And I live Jesus because Jesus is what works. I think if you will look at the conversions of people in the Bible where they became followers of Jesus, the simple motivation that they were pursuing was they wanted to live life that works. And I think that it's fair for us as Christians to say, hey, I'm a Christian because this is what works. And they'll go, oh, that's great, it works for you. And I said, no, I think it would work for you too. I think it would work for everybody. And that's why I'm a Christian. Now, I know that not everybody's gonna think that way. And I've learned that a lot of people will do their best to prove you wrong. But if you look at a man of peace, a woman of peace, there's hardly any argument that you can bring up against a man or woman of peace. Because in the end, to have peace is to have really won at the right thing in life. To have peace, to be at peace. Hey, live Jesus today. Live what works. I know that's what you want to do if you're watching this video. I know you have some desire or you've been a Christian a long time. Keep living what works or start living what works. And what works is the man of peace, Jesus.